Pause the download, what the fuck? Okay, there we go. Alright, fight or flight start, Juno. Ooh, okay.
We're playing as Renegade, so we didn't want to play against the Rune.
Yeah, I understand that. This is really good on this map.
Interesting, okay. Over
Tycho,
fight or flight?
I see it's a hard call, because fight or flight's very good by itself, but like Tycho is... Oh, this was during Launchpad, that explains it. Okay, I thought this was OSAS.
No.
Gotcha. That's what I was like, wow, okay. That's quite the team for OSAS. Yeah, Taiko Temple. Always going to be a kill map. No matter what comp anyone runs, there's going to be KOs if people are playing, right? It's just going to happen.
Okay.
And Reverb gives you cooldowns, and it gives you stagger. And Fight or Flight, while I love it, isn't as important on this map.
Okay.
It's still an exceptional awakening. I'm not going to say you're necessarily wrong for taking it, but it depends on who you're up against. Like, if they go a damage comp that runs Reverb, you guys are kind of dead.
Okay. So assuming we're in post-patch now, where Fight or Flight got nerfed, is it just like always Reverb now in this scenario?
I haven't actually looked too much at the patch notes. I know it got nerfed, I don't know by how much.
They took it down from like 1.75 seconds of speed to 1.5.
It's not the end of the world.
No, it's
Still
not,
gonna
but
be the same shit. Their comp isn't really a damage comp. You're fine.
yeah.
Which I'm not surprised. None of those players are really damage players.
No, I know Boom only plays core control.
Yep. So this face-off went well. Yeah, I like it. Never mind. You secondaried after he did. That's good. Also, I like the Juno pick against the Estelle, even though I think you picked Juno first.
I think
Juno
I was third pick.
hard counters there. Okay.
Or at least third on my team. I don't know if we picked first or second, but...
I mean, this is all looking really good right now. That's strike shots. Also, why is it slowing down? What the hell? Weird, it went like slow-mo. That strike shot's bad.
Just
Mew
get
needs
control
to stop
and...
doing that.
Yeah,
Just let
okay.
the core come to him and set up a play.
Is that even the case with an Estelle who could snipe that pass and double barrier?
So then you just dribble first.
Okay.
Because they have to predict when you're going to clear it. So you can always just wait it out. Good try. Oh, more slow-mo for some reason.
What is going on?
I guess my
Just
internet's
buffering?
just
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's why it was on 360.
Oh, alright. This'll do. Okay. So... You're to the right of this guy a lot when we don't have control of the core. You want to be over here.
Yeah, I just dashed forward to try to make a scoring attempt.
Which I don't hate, but you need the dash in a way. Like, this isn't really a controlled dash.
Mm-hmm.
You just sort of hit the core to Renegade here, and he's going to clear it for free. Like, you should never expect your opponent to not hit this.
No, I was
If you're
going for
gonna
the
dash
strike
at him-
war. Like, I struck and then went for the dash to try to strike war it. But I guess I
Oh,
was
then you jump
expecting...
on it.
Yeah, I was expecting to clear down, I think, which is why I went at that angle.
Yeah, I get that, but the reason why that's not a real threat is even if he clears it down, Dubu just gets it.
Yeah. I just figured that was his more likely avenue of striking it after that, because he couldn't really go anywhere from hitting it at
Actually,
the
if
drum.
they were good, the more likely avenue is this.
Okay, yeah.
So going down here is just a bad play.
Yeah, okay.
I also don't like using secondary quite like this without having primary to follow up, and you don't.
Okay.
So I wouldn't have made this play yet. Because, like...
So instead of you just dribbled down instead of striking it towards goal?
So
Okay.
Yeah, let me go back to what you actually did. Then I'll pause and tell you what I would have done. Here. Instead of striking it at him, I probably would have bounced it off this thing. So it
Okay.
comes back like that.
Oh,
And
right
then
off
I
the
would have
corner.
jumped in. Yes.
That is
Then I
a
would have jumped
very hard shot on controller.
in. Okay, well then do this.
Okay.
And either way, you're forcing him to use abilities, and that is when you strike, jump, primary strike.
Okay.
Once you have the cooldown advantage. The thing about Juno into Estelle is you need to fully exploit the fact that you are heavily favored in the matchup with your slimes.
Okay.
You have shorter cooldowns than Estelle, and your cooldowns beat Estelle.
Yeah.
So we should always be at a cooldown advantage versus her. I mean, that's crazy.
That wasn't the only time it happened that game.
I'm not surprised. Mike's casual sucks. Let's see. Right off the rip. We talked about this before, but I'm going to keep bringing it up till I see you guys doing it. Gotta be lower on these face-offs.
Okay.
The core cannot be allowed to go around the outside wall on kickoff. It just can't happen.
Okay.
If it's a straight shot at the goalie can save it. But if it goes along the outside wall, it's way harder.
Yeah.
Okay, that works. Forgot I'm not doing a team coaching session, but this is a good example of Dubu taking a bad path. Should have just walked straight up. Because you're here, and you can cover that.
Yeah.
So the only thing he has to worry about is this first. Long as Boom can't go along the outside wall, then he has to go this way, and then we have two people to save it.
Yeah. Okay. And I am recording, so they can watch it back later if they want. So.
Okay, cool. I figured, but that's what we got to do.
Yeah, me and
The moon
Mew
just
got
needs to stall.
me and Mew got caught in two minds here of who was going bottom and who was going top, so we just kind of ended up walking back and forth together a little bit.
Yep. I will say with this comp, Juno's job is the off clear. Dubu's job is to be the feeder,
Okay.
especially on this map. And typically you're going to want your goalie behind your brawler, but the exceptions are like if you have a now midfield
Or an
like
era.
an era midfield.
Yeah.
Yeah. That can just directly buff the brawler. But as a rule, you're going to want the brawler and goalie on the same side.
Yeah.
Again, we're not doing the face-off right, but luckily it spawns bot, so we didn't get punished. Okay. So in the corner like this, once this happens, you should immediately fall back to here.
Okay.
Make sure that you can control the core if it goes along this wall. That way you can get a clear outwards.
Yeah.
What you don't want to have happen is exactly what happens here. You'll see it goes around you a bunch. And you guys end up getting control of it, but that's because they're bad. That clear is also psychotic. Mew needs to just keep that along the wall. There's no way this works. Right here.
Yeah.
That'll never work. And again, when you have a goalie that doesn't like to push corners, literally just walk past them.
Okay.
Don't wait. Just get in there. That alt was really bad.
I think I told him that at the time, even.
And this alt just doesn't do anything. If you're gonna alt like that, just alt here and walk forward. But even then, it's just not necessary. There's no threat. Pass. Not seeing near enough passing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Red we ping pong. Rennequaid gets to catch it for free. He goes for a pass, which is psychotic. He should have passed to Mexa Casual. That was a good defensive hold. Good strike shot. Ugh. Okay. What could we do differently here? Yeah, I don't know. I get really just came down to the fact we weren't able to clear the core at all. So eventually they just had the cooldowns to score.
Yeah.
I just want to point something out. We hold it, but because you're recording this, you're going to see the corresponds topside. We're not positioned properly, and they immediately exploit it.
Yeah.
And now this is really scary. Like, Dubu should have already been up here because the core was topside and trusted you to be here.
Yeah.
But now it's too late. And you guys end up holding it when you really shouldn't have, but good job. That's a good pass back by Moon. Keeping it away from the flip. Keep keeping it away from the flip. Nope, that's towards the flip. Uh-oh. Yeah. Yeah. So right here, I'm looking to pass to Dubu. Moon gets it, doesn't pass to Dubu. Should have. Goes to you, doesn't go to Dubu, which is fine. It's kind of covered this time. But there is a way you can do it. The big thing here, though, is just sort of both of you keeping it along this wall and pushing forward because you have two players to their one. And you kind of use your slime to shoot instead of pass to yourself. So we lose control. And then it goes around us because we didn't cover the outside wall well enough. Then they get the lock. Does that make sense? If I go back to this play and we'll watch it full through. Like there, it goes along the outside wall. Can't let that happen. There, the slime goes to Atlas instead of you. So we lose control. There, it goes along the outside wall again, and then they get the lock. Are you seeing the trend? Hello?
Sorry, I muted my mic to clear my throat earlier and I forgot to unmute.
Oh, it's all good. That's why I kept asking if you knew what I was
Yeah,
talking about.
yeah, I got it. Thanks.
Alright, that was good. You guys have pretty good offensive passing most of the time. Your neutral passing is not great, like moving the core forward. That has a lot of room for improvement.
Yeah.
And the defensive passing is almost non-existent. If we can work on that, you guys will just win OSS for free.
Okay.
Let's see. It goes up top. That's fine. Keeping it away from the flip, I like. That's a huge strike war win by Asher. Uh-oh. Okay. don't jump in like this.
Mm-hmm.
Primary first, then once they beat the primary, jump at them.
Okay.
Force the flip.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, while you're jumping, they're just going to flip and get it out.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, now we should be looking for the KO on Kazan. Too late. Okay. What is happening here? Okay. Neither of you are playing midfield right now. You're both playing goalie.
Me and Mew, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Moon is playing midfield. That's not good.
Yeah, I
Like, as
hate
soon as
pushing
that
up
happens,
into
just
where
go there.
I hate pushing into where Moon is already standing.
Nah, do it. Because
Okay.
then he'll walk forward.
Okay.
He's only there because you're not there.
And I'm only not there because he's there.
Yes. You just have to trust each other.
Okay.
Neither of you wanted to be in those positions.
Yeah.
It was just a lack of faith. Let's see. Okay. Or... What? Alright, whatever. Big fish on Dubu... No. Extra special. What's probably going to end up happening is this
Yeah.
guy is going to take this,
And then
which is
Moon
fine,
gets Rampage.
but then Moon gets Rampage.
True, yeah.
Dubu has extra special. Timeless Atlas should have been Orb Ponderer Atlas. Renegade should have went Deadeye. And you also probably should have went Deadeye.
Okay,
That was good.
I'm a big dash range fan on Juno, so I just wanted to get that early, but I don't know. Yeah.
You're a noob. Dash range is not the be all end all of Juno. This is a crutch.
Yeah.
You don't need that. I would much rather on Juno have this or this any day of the week.
Okay.
Purely because of what they do for me. Deadeye obviously helps a lot with power.
Yeah.
So it's going to get you knockback KOs on Tycho that you otherwise wouldn't. It's also going to get you red core in overtime by itself.
Okay.
Glass cannon, same thing, but more importantly, it gives speed, which will let you run faster. I know, crazy. And they don't really have a comp that's going to be perma-damaging you, like Kazan could, but he's not gonna.
Yeah.
Once again, here. Close to the outer edge. In fact, a really easy way to see it is you should be lined parallel with this.
Okay.
Okay. Once again, it's just too aggro.
Yeah.
You shouldn't use your secondary to take a lock like this.
Okay.
Like, when you're going to do a play that's overcommittal in this way, it needs to be in a way that, like, Asher's up here to cover the clear, because Dubu's already behind you covering the out.
Yeah.
The Asher dash for fucking travel is crazy. I never see that. Okay. Cover this pass lane
Mhm.
and push the Kazan.
Okay.
You want to close in on him by covering the passing lane while you do it. And here, if you're gonna rotate like this, Dubu needs to push the pocket, you go behind him.
Yeah, okay.
Otherwise, this core is never getting through that corner. Using a lot of aggressive secondaries.
Yeah,
Not a fan.
okay.
So, aggressive secondaries are good in a vacuum if you have something to cover. So, like, if Dubu is covering behind you, then you can aggressive secondary all you want because the core is just going to go to Dubu anyway.
Yeah.
But he's not really doing that right now. Like, if the core were to get by you at this moment, Kazan's just going to hook it.
Yep.
So it's not safe to do so. And additionally, especially against Estelle, uh, if you use your secondary and she still has hers, the core gets by you, you're out of the play for good.
Yeah.
Once again, an aggressive secondary. I don't hate this one as much. I just don't like what you do with it. So, like, never mind, I hate it. I changed my mind.
Would it have been better
I
if
don't.
I dashed first before using primary?
Yes, because then you could have just stuffed this guy solo,
Yeah.
which would have been all right. It's not super likely to work because it is Atlas, but
Yeah.
it could work. But that would have been a better play.
But if that's also not ideal, then what should I have done?
Yeah, so ideally, you just don't secondary at all. You just hold the angle.
Okay. Just play patient again instead of aggro trying
Yeah,
to score.
walk up, let Dubu come up behind you, and then now we can try to set up some plays where Asher converges.
Okay.
And like, think about it logistically, right? If we just keep the core right here forever and they don't push it, Dubu can walk all the way up. You
Then he
can
has
push it
flip.
through, and he can ult behind you, and he can walk over here. Asher can pressure in, and you'll see how doomed this is.
Yeah.
There's nothing they can do about it. So stalling causes that. Wow. Okay. We take those. We'll get struck away by a slime. Pass it back.
Pass back, yeah, okay.
Get our Asher cooking. She already used her ult. Let's shove this lane.
Okay.
People come up behind. And you just hold right here.
Okay.
Then when they inevitably go to clear you, that's when you get it and you take the lock.
Yep.
Remember, especially with an Asher, as a midfield, our job is really to just feed the Asher in like any one-on-one situation.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was in my strike range.
Nah, he was never gonna hit it in your strike range. Boom's too good for that.
No, I didn't think he had an angle out of my strike range. I think he hit
It
just the
There
spot.
was too much of a net for him not to. But like, you can walk at him here and force the flip, which is what you should do.
Okay.
Then when he flips and shoots, you secondary backwards and catch.
Okay.
That's how this should have went down. Instead, you just give him all the space, and he doesn't even need the flip to score.
Yeah.
Gotta put pressure on him. And once again, since named players here, I'll just point it out one more time. Our face-offs are wrong every time. Gotta be more out. Cannot give up these outside walls. Very bad. Yeah, so you're trying to do too much here. You're trying to cover like the whole lane by yourself. That's not your
Yeah.
job.
Okay.
This is your job. If it goes up here, that's Dubu's job.
Okay.
Cover these walls. Cannot stress this enough. Oh my god. That's crazy. Okay. This one right here, I like the pass. It could have been executed better, but that's fine. He should have went back to you.
Like pass back to me here. Okay.
Yes. Honestly, even just a straight on back pass, as long as you're ready for it. And then you can do... You're in a weird spot. I would walk further back. That way you can strike straight up and maintain control.
Mhm.
And then push it forward. But this way we can get Asher in the prime position. So we can get it moving and force the split.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not a player. Let's see. Once again, you're too far forward.
Mhm.
That's why these cores are getting around you. I like that you're aggro, but if you're going to be aggro, you cannot give up this wall.
Yeah.
And it's easier to do that if you're back here than it is up here.
And I can still make that same aggro shot if I'm back
Yes.
there.
Yep, that's exactly it. And one thing I do a lot on this map is I'll like just kind of hover in one of these spots and then just bounce it off the drum.
Yeah.
Still have plenty of forward pressure from the midfield. A good attempt. That flip was bad. It's secondary. Alright, we'll take it. Okay. Here's what I want to see. Right there. Primary this and trap that along the wall. Get control. Then, back past your Dubu. Stall. Force these guys to position, to pressure you.
Mhm.
Because if they're not going to pressure you in a power play, we could just wait the 13 seconds.
Yeah.
And, best part, if we can keep the core on this side of the field, Asher respawns here.
True. Yes. And even if they push us there, then we have a third person to stuff it out.
Exactly. So Dubu should be playing more midfield. You should be playing like right here, and you guys should just be stalling in this spot
Okay.
as long as you can. And then if they overcommit to push you, you have flip, which is the scariest part for them. So you can flip, bait out the Atlas secondary, and then shoot it somewhere, or stall again. Instead, we don't really have control of this, and then we flip early, and then that happens, and now it's just like a total fiesta. Who knows what's happening? And you win the strike war. That's because Rennequade's a noob. Nice, good clear. I don't really like that primary, but it's not the worst. See, these plays aren't going to work against good players.
Yeah.
Like, ever. It'll have a 0% success rate. You got to stop doing these secondaries.
Yeah.
If you don't have primary to back it up, don't even do it.
Okay.
Just never going to work. Bit of a delay on him flipping, but that's okay. Alright, I like that. Hmm. This is tough because if your teammates are playing this right, the fact you didn't get involved is the right move. But I'm looking at their positioning. Like if this was a solo queue game and I see my two teammates doing this, I'm going to use abilities here.
Okay.
Like this happens. That's what we could have done differently. You could have dribbled this down to yourself and then used primary to control it.
Okay. Yeah.
That way you have possession while you walk to it, and then we can do some dribbles to ourselves if we do it right. Ideally, though, we just kind of trap it here, go back to Dubu, walk forward, Dubu passes to us. Now we have control.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, all right.
Is the play earlier not to just shoot it at the goal because it will maintain red?
Nah,
Like on the part, no?
that's fake. I mean, yes, it will maintain red. You're right, but the reason why I don't like it is because if Maxi Casual wasn't a noob, this is how it plays out.
I think you either one or two.
It just clears it. It's very easy to save.
Yeah.
Let's
But then
walk
that
forward.
also gives it the reason I thought it was fine is one, if he is bad, then it goes in, and if he's not bad, then it goes to you.
Well, he just passed it to
In film
himself for
assistance.
free here.
Yeah, but that's like if he had made the angle like farther away from him, so then it would have bounced further. I can't draw. Like
Okay, hang on. Do you mean like here? Let me go back to the actual hit so I can see his angles that are available.
October 11th, so it's in like Friday. Oh, this Friday?
You mean like this?
Okay, at least you got to move from Friday to yesterday.
no, I meant let me this if he had done this. Also, for no, I'm not even the OSS players. I'm just curious as to situations.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
Update or last.
That's also fake. Just because Atlas has strike shot, like that's never gonna work.
Just curious.
Yeah. If you do this, right, that angle you said, and it goes something like that, Atlas can just strike shot it to himself if he's any good, right here, and then pass top anyway. It's way better to just get control of this core. Because if we can get control of this core, right, like we just hit it straight down here, don't hit this drum. Or if
Yeah.
you do hit the drum, it's not the end of the world. And then follow up with a primary to slow it and maintain possession, and then pass back to our Dubu, who walks forward over to here. We can walk up, Dubu can pass to us, and now we have a real offense.
Yeah.
Whereas if we just take this pot shot, it's never going to work. Any Atlas worth their salt's not letting that in.
So in OSS it'll work.
It'll work in OSAS, but I don't think that's what we're studying for. If the goal is to own OSAS goalies, then maybe that will work. But
Well, OSS finale is Thursday.
yeah. But I can tell you for sure what will work against OSAS goalies.
It's
Solid
passing there.
offensive
And,
play.
yeah.
Like I like this how we're trapping the core in the corner for so long. This is good. But see, right there, if Moon just passes back to you. Right here. Instead of trying to go through 3 people and a flip. Just go back to you, and we go back down here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is all fine. I want to point something out. Reniquade during this time has gotten the half HP because we've kept the corner trapped, or all the play right here.
Yeah.
If we keep doing that, he's going to die through the power of Osmosis and Juno. Also, another thing I want to point out is your ult. Why
Yeah.
didn't we use it?
I don't
once?
know. I was just thinking the same thing.
Like, ever. Any of these situations
Yeah.
would have been fine. Right here, I'm ulting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Big old fucking circle, blob, 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 maybe a blob here. and we're just gonna spam that shit. Just keep it trapped to the right as best we can. And again, you should be ulting.
Yeah.
Juno ult, I pretty much just use it anytime there's 3 enemies and we're on offense.
Okay.
Like, it's you don't have to think about it too hard. Shit plays itself. Yep, good secondary. Did you hit that backwards or did you get owned? I think you hit it backwards. I don't know how though.
I think it hit like the drum in the weird angle.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. That's weird. Okay, I wouldn't have expected that either.
Yeah, it's just Tycho moment.
Boom wasn't a noob. Dubu dies there. Ah. Yeah. Yeah. This is gonna happen a lot with the Stella on this map. When this happens, you just have to strike it
At moon.
directly forward.
Yeah.
Yep. Because if Estelle does a piercing shot here, it's not scary.
Yeah.
This is the only scary angle.
Unless Boom has hook, but
He does, but
Yeah.
like even then it doesn't matter. Because he has to strike ward the Estelle primary with his hook, and we have 2 strike wards next to Boom. Like,
yeah.
not gonna win it. Should go down the U as soon as we can. Okay, this is a decent hold, but he hits it into the Atlas primary. That's where he fucked up. That right there, that moment. Had he not done that, he had this.
Yeah.
And you. You should be secondarying in here.
Okay.
Just get involved. Because you know your goalie's not going to push.
Yeah.
And right now you're just kind of watching, and if he goes for the pass to you, it's doomed. Okay. Decent clear. See, like, you're using your secondary to be a brawler. That's not what it's for. Use secondary to cover space. That's where it's at its best.
Okay.
Number 1, we're too high up. Number 2, we're primarying too soon. You do want to use primary on kickoff, that's fine. But you want to do it when she does.
Yeah.
So if she's not, it's a game of chicken. Just keep walking.
Okay.
Alright, Dubu's dead. Oof. Okay. Yeah, you can't try to clear it to your slime there. He's too big. You have to go through him.
Did I have the tools to go through him, or just?
You just gotta win the strike war. That's simply a play better, one more angle.
Okay.
Because you don't have primary, so
Yeah.
you have to go forward. The way you do it, here he dies, here comes the core. You needed to jump past him and strike it
Okay.
before it could reach him.
Yeah.
Or, alternatively, you jump in front of him and just soul read him. Those are your options.
Yeah.
There's no other choice here.
But he's got strike advantage, so he could just never strike it.
Correct. Which is why we want to jump past him.
Yeah.
This is a doom situation. Perfect form Atlas. No. Should have got that. Siege machine dupe. God damn it, not again. No. No. This guy cannot get prime time or you're fucked. He can't get this or this. If he gets either of those two, you're pretty boned.
Yeah. For some
1-2
reason,
punch to
Boom is
deny
not a
you.
believer in perfect form Kazan. I don't know why, but he does not take it. He doesn't prioritize it for some reason.
I can tell you why. I've been watching his Kazan gameplay. He's a fucking noob. He doesn't do things. He just waits. He's just standing there. Kazan should be like spamming shit all the time. What else? Rapid fire should have went to Atlas. Siege machine should have been probably prime time. 1-2 punch should have held. You probably would have got 1-2 punch. Yeah, I think Estelle can take 1-2 then. That's fine. Alice is rapids. That leaves you with. They're gone.
Prime time do boost, then I get perfect form.
Yeah. Yeah, you're happy with either of them. So
Yeah.
these are both quite good. So you're gonna get one of those two. And then Kazan's gonna be stuck with Ad Rush and the remainder of whatever you didn't take. And then Asher getting Super Surge is fine. Ad Rush is so much better.
Mm-hmm.
Super Surge is fine though. It's just Ad Rush is way better. And again, like this is so far lower than we need to be. Like,
Yeah.
you're kind of close. Moon is way off. Pass to each other here. You guys are a real team. You play together all the time. You should be comfortable doing this kind of pass.
Okay.
Because even if it fails, Dubu's there.
So we just got to work on our neutral passing and not just shove the
Yes.
barrier every time.
Because this is a very, very impossible strike war for Asher to win. It's just not going to happen. Even Renequate's not going to lose this. And he is bad at strike wars, I'll tell you.
That's why he plays Rune. Just put a pillar in there to take it.
Exactly. Okay. A lot of things happened here that were not quite right. Step 1. You should be here.
Okay.
There's no reason you should be covering the Kazan. Asher should walk up here.
Okay. He
We
went back
never
to get
want our
the
brawler
orb.
in net.
He went
Yeah,
back
I
to
know.
get the orb, so that's why I was going up to cover that out clear. But
Even then, like, this isn't a real threat if you're down here. You can
okay,
still catch
true.
those.
Yeah.
Just not relevant. But what is happening is right now, they have 2 players bot, we have 1,
Mhm.
and they have the core bot. That's bad.
So I
Wherever
should
the
have
core
been.
is, we should always have 2 players.
I should have been bottom side, but not pushing up to like push
Yes.
Dubu up. Don't play for control there.
Dubu's too far forward here for you to push past this point.
Okay.
You cannot let the core get around you.
Yeah.
So you have to be like here-ish, and eventually you can walk up to like here.
Okay.
But you have to be here first before you can move forward.
Yeah.
And like what ends up happening almost works, but this Dubu needs to be here so that Asher can go here.
Yeah.
That has to happen. Until that happens, you guys are going to struggle on this map. Your goalie has to be comfortable pushing up to these places.
Mhm.
They just have to. And then once they get to those places, they have to be comfortable pushing to here. They don't have to go further right than that typically, but they have to be comfortable going that far. Good passing. You're a noob for that one.
Yeah.
That's a classic. What a
But we
goal,
get
though.
it anyway. Gave him that false sense of security. You know, it's all part of the plan.
True. Okay. I don't
Should
hate
I be
how this
throwing
is playing
slimes in when
right
I'm just covering the out clear?
now. What do you mean? Like,
So like on that last play when Moon was pushing top corner here, not that one necessarily, but
yeah, no, we'll get there.
on
It's like
this
here.
play I think I threw in a slime at one point.
So right here, Moon should be looking to go back to Dubu. We got the top lock, and all three of them are top. That's
Mhm.
sick. Let's go back and set up a bot attack.
Okay.
So, assuming that, right? Assuming Moon goes back to Dubu,
Yeah.
you should be able to walk up to like here.
Okay.
So, and the way to go about that is actually Dubu would bounce like this, which is a little scary if he does it wrong because it'll hit the middle.
Yeah.
But he can do it like here. I promise you, with practice, this becomes very consistent to do. And then he can just walk all the way down and feed you.
Okay. Yeah.
If he doesn't feel comfortable doing that drum bounce, he doesn't have to. He can totally do this too. It's
Yeah.
fine. It's just faster with the drum.
Yeah.
I like the back pass to yourself a little bit. Um, but right here, I'm just looking to go to
Pass.
Asher.
Yeah.
Like this happens, and you do the back. Oh, he strike wars you. Okay, that explains it. Yeah, you weren't ready for this. If there's a back pass, you'd be standing over here.
Mhm.
Happens. Oh no, Dubu. Can't hit it into the umbrella. But people struggle against Kazan. Can't go through Kazan there. Psychotic. Immediately. Then Dubu needs to catch it. Like, Dubu shouldn't be logging here, and you should be able to go to Dubu.
Okay.
Renegade should be forced to push in, and then Dubu can clear bot. And then Moon should be looking to kill Boo. That should be the only thing he's thinking about right now. Because if this guy dies,
Flip
we just have a
gone.
free play bot. Instead, he ends up flipping early, which is good for us, and then we don't understand Kazan, so we get owned. Yeah. So here, you should evade and just walk back.
Okay.
Because the umbrella is going to catch this and slow it. You're going to have time for your strike.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Mew tried to evade clear, but it wasn't possible. Like, his strike was on cooldown, and he didn't have primary because he used it earlier. Oh, that was so close. That's got to be his movement here.
Mhm.
Any other movement is throwing. Let's see what he does. See how different it is?
Yeah. Yeah, he
Never
came
would have got through
down and
that gap. Yep. So he's got to trust that you have down handled, especially with the Doobu wall already there. Like this can't happen. Gotta cover that. Because what should have been a guaranteed barrier turns into a breakaway for them. And now they get a barrier. Back to Doobu here. Oh, you got it through. That's fine. You can get it through, that's fine. It just shouldn't have been doable. Uh-oh. As soon as that strike happens, run away.
okay.
You can't possibly win this.
Yeah, especially with no cooldowns.
Yeah, you just gotta back up. Instead, you tried to cover the whole lane by yourself, when in reality, all you had to do was cover this wall. Luna's
Yeah.
coming to cover the top. And now it's gonna go around the outside, and they're gonna get the goal.
And even that strike, I could have just gone, instead of going into that bottom corner, I think I could have just gone straight up.
Yes. It's all about just hitting the core where the enemy isn't. Really. Like, it's very simple. Distill it. I made a joke about this yesterday. Because yesterday I decided to lock in solo queue and just try my heart out. I won 11 in a row. I streamed every game in someone's Discord server. And all I said every game was I simply strike second. That's it. It's all I was focused on doing the whole time. Every game, it didn't matter who I went against. NASL players, fucking no names. All I did was focus on striking after they strike. That's it. Plain and simple. And setting up situations where I would strike second. All I did. You need to think like that. That same mentality let me 9-0 Mystic twice today in scrims. Up to Moon? Aw. So right here, as soon as this flip happens, I don't hate it. Like, he uses secondary. Fucking boom, bam, bop.
Yeah.
Again, enemy is here. Enemy is here. So you can strike here. You can strike here. You can strike here. 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 All of those are viable places. Some better than others. So when we analyze all our options like this, right?
Yeah.
These are the two best ones.
Okay.
This one is probably the third best.
Yeah.
All these other ones are throwing. I know that drawing became very messy, but
No, I got what you're saying.
every moment-to-moment situation, I want you to analyze like that. Especially when you have flip and you have a second to think. Just look around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, tunnel visioned on waiting for the secondary to go away so I could try to get the double, but that was never gonna happen.
Another thing I'm learning against NASL tier offenses is it's very common that the midfield and goalie have to literally be like this to make a clear go through.
Mm-hmm.
And you just have to know your role instinctively. Like,
Yeah.
when you have to strike. Because you can't look at the other people and do it at a certain time. You just have to feel it intuitively. Yeah. And as this core is coming in, I'm going to walk here. I know that Mew's going to try to clear it this way, and I'm just going to hit it straight up.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm doing. I'm keeping it away from this guy at all cost. You'll see you stick around to fight Boom.
Yeah.
Instead, you could be right here to help with the clear.
Yeah. Okay. Somehow we phased through Atlas secondary.
Kinda. Something like that. Wow.
Third time we get one of those past him.
That's a goal. Gold him. Certainly did. Sorry, I'm getting pinged to play fucking Overwatch. Oh my god.
But you
these
stopped
guys
the
are
download.
clowns. I did. I told them I was coaching, so. Should know what's up. That's really good offense. Hold on, wait a minute. This is ideal. This is exactly how Juno should be played. Look at the timing of this ult. This is a fucking minefield.
Yeah.
The only thing that would make it better is if you had secondary and you could jump up here.
What if I threw a slime up there because I have primary to kind of cover
No.
it? No.
No, no, no. No, you
Okay.
gotta save your primary for when you need it. It'd be different if there was like a specific spot you had to cover.
Yeah.
You had to cover a lot of space there. I like this dribble, but right here, I want you to remember,
Past
you always
Mew.
go to your Dubu.
Yeah.
If you do this, they're going to, I don't even know how to describe it. It like charges up your goalie. It keeps them awake and active and focused. So that when the core comes at them next, they're more likely to save it. And I know that sounds crazy, but I have tested this theory with all level of goalie. And it works. When it's safe to do so, just send them a pass. Can we clear it? That's a good secondary. Uh-oh. Okay. Worked out fine. I like that. Flip. Nice. Good goal.
Thanks.
That was well played. I don't really have a whole lot of analysis there. The only thing I can tell you is, once again, your positioning is really far away from covering the outside walls, like at all times.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're very close to here. You should be more like here.
Mhm.
That's the only critique I have. Also, after this coaching session, I was thinking we could run some norms. I'll play brawler, and we could work on your tempo passing.
Sure.
And I could show you real time what I mean by passing.
Yeah.
Okay. So, twin drive to deny the Atlas is probably fine. What else?
There also wasn't anything else I really loved besides maybe like Stagger Swagger, but Manu.
You don't have any
Yeah, I
power,
don't have
though.
any power, so I don't really get red core value out of it.
Yeah, that's the only reason I'd say this. Like, if you had Deadeye on you, you'd be able to KO these motherfuckers. Like, they'd be dying left,
Yeah.
right, and center.
Okay.
Stelgo's prize. I have a feeling this is going to be impactful later.
It sure is.
Yep. Because this is what I would want. But Manu's also quite good. Missile prop Atlas. Sure. Not really, though. Should have took on stop. Kazan. Might of the Colossus. Yup. Stagger Swagger Asher. Okay. Unstop Dubu. Very lucky. Yeah. Okay. I don't hate that face-off. I hate that. That's really bad. You can't die to that. Sorry, I was watching him and not you. Let's watch what you did on this play. Not quite low enough, but that's okay. It's correctable. Alright, right here. I'm throwing a primary right here.
Okay. Yeah, that was what I was asking earlier about. Do I throw a slime in these situations? Is
Sometimes. The reason why you do it here is because you need time to rotate and be useful,
okay.
and that's going to buy you that time. Now, the only reason you don't have to do it here is because it's already a Dubu wall for no reason.
Yeah.
Um, so you don't necessarily have to do it at this moment, but let's say this isn't here, I would absolutely primary behind my Asher.
Okay.
And then if it gets the core, it's going to me.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Okay. NT. Oh. Oh no. Oof.
Prize fighter Estelle.
Yeah. You're looking at the awakenings. Actually, wait. I want to look at them. Okay, so 1-2 punch.
Yeah.
Didn't proc there. I thought for sure she had Deadeye with the prize fighter, because that was kind of a crazy KO. I don't know if I would have expected the die there either, to be honest.
Especially since she only had one stack at that point in prize
Yeah,
fighter.
exactly. That's why I was like, it's kind of wild that worked. Rennequaid may know something I don't.
Look at me pressing tab.
Yeah, good job. I forgot that was an issue for you.
I think this is the only set I corrected it in.
It's okay. Okay, let's see. Okay. Where's our ult? What are we waiting for?
I don't know.
Like, right, this is ideal.
Yeah, core and
This
3
is when you
enemies.
ult. This is gonna get fucking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 slimes. And then we're also gonna have our secondary and our primary to go with it. Like, it's just a goddamn minefield.
There's the ult.
Why? For nothing. Uh-oh. That's a good catch. Oh, no. I knew that was coming. Okay, we need to kill Rennie. That's gotta be the focus. Gotta die. Alright, he got away. It's fine. Don't worry about it anymore. Hey, you stopped the healing, though. That's good.
Oh, they
They
started
got
the
Atlas
healing.
ult. All good. Yep, down the Juno. Back to Asher there. You know he's gonna secondary. That's all he can do. No, it's coming. Just pass it back.
Okay.
Immediately.
And then he passes back again when the ult goes, or the secondary goes away.
Yes. Or he just takes
Yeah,
it up top.
honestly, yeah.
Fine. But either way, we gotta pass it back to the Asher and give
Yeah.
him that option. Oh no. Okay. Some good clears. Alright, I need to pay attention to what you're doing. I'm fucking autopiloting watching the ball again. Okay, right here, too close. Back up a little bit. Dubu
Yeah.
needs to be over here though. Since Dubu's already behind you, what you can do, especially because you have twin drive, is just secondary up top
Okay.
and then play the out clear.
Yeah.
But someone needs to cover this, someone needs to cover this. That's the key to Tycho. Another aggro secondary that doesn't do anything. Gotta be real careful with those. You have twin drive though, so it's a lot more forgiving. That's a great secondary. This is what I'm talking about with the Juno secondary. I don't like what you did with the core once you got there,
Just dribble
But I
straight
love
down.
this jump. Yeah, just dribble to yourself here. Primary it forward, walk in, and strike war the Snoop.
Okay.
Instead, you like strike it at him, and then primary at him, and then don't follow up with your body.
Yeah.
This only works if you're on top of him.
Mm-hmm.
You absolutely could have gotten that barrier solo. There we go. Nice. Well done. Oh my god, Dubu. What are you thinking? Psycho. Dead. Noob. It's just one of those things.
Yeah.
Not gonna coach it. It just happens. It wasn't intentional by him. What the fuck? Once again, we have 2 goalies, no midfield. Alright, we're jumping in. Don't clear it like that. Go to the Asher. Why would we go down? Why?
Because that's where there's none of them, is on bottom side.
You're right, but there's none of us, too. And Asher's already in the forward position. And if we can get it to Asher and then walk forward, we have a 2-on-1.
And then doesn't he just, like, use any ability and just get it back through?
Yeah. You're not wrong about that, but you're Juno, and they're Estelle. You can win this, like, bullshit slugfest way better than Estelle. And in fact, that is how you counter Estelle. Is by utilizing your slimes to just, like, have infinite strikes.
Mm-hmm.
So she has to burn 2 abilities for your 1. Like, you guys are the corner shoving team in this game.
Yeah.
You have a Juno Asher and a Dubu to back it. So, like, your whole comp revolves around getting the ball in the corner and keeping it there for a long time.
Yeah.
And so when their midfield overcommits, you can exploit that. And Rennie has most certainly overcommitted. Kira, you're exploiting it, but you didn't exploit it right. You should slow the play down.
Yeah. I get way too
Let people
aggro
come
here.
up.
Yeah.
Yes. Like, that's not going to work against Atlas. It just won't. No matter how good or bad they are. All they have to do is use secondary. Oh, God. Okay. Immediate clear up. Walk back, strike forward. You walk up. We just have to keep it away from this guy.
Oh, Renekwade's also got flip.
That's okay. He's not in the center.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's clear it up. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What? Oh, you gotta evade. You know they're gonna follow up with the combo on this one. You have to evade right here.
Mm-hmm.
You can't dick around with this. This is when you're against coordinated teams, you're gonna die every time with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not used to playing the coordinated team, so I didn't expect the Estelle.
All good. You'll learn as you play against better and better opponents. Eventually, the teams start sharing the same brain cell, and without communicating, they just all see someone by a wall and all hit them simultaneously. And that's just the norm. Ah, that one hurts. That one hurts a lot. Okay. Few things. Number one, we gotta control that core. Like, right here, I know the core's going fast, but you can't just yeet it to open space.
Yeah.
So, do the jump one more time. Straight down.
Straight down, yeah.
Yep, straight down. Let Rennequaid come up and contest. Win the strike war. Straight down and like this. Walk forward. Just our fundamentals. You're not going to hold it forever. The whole point is just to stall for Dubu.
Yeah.
That way Asher can get the fuck out of the net.
Yeah.
But if we lose control immediately, Asher has to burn flip to save it. They didn't even need the burn flip there, but I get why they did. Brawler in that moment. This is bad. This is just not good. Like, Mew can just let this bounce and walk with it, and then log when Kazan does something.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have to predict. Dying to the prize fighter Estelle. It's crazy. Oh no, God. You know your goalie's never going to push this. Just jump in there.
Okay.
Jump up there, walk forward, strike, primary, just spam it through. Because right now, you can't go cross.
Yeah.
So we just got to shove. And that shove will always begin with the Juno.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she excels at. And it's over. Oof, that was rough. Yeah, that last set obviously came down a lot to the KOs, but also you just weren't using abilities.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you were holding on to these for a long time. Which I'd prefer people holding them to using them too often, but at some point you do have to press the buttons.
Yeah, I find I use them more on offense than I do on defense, with the exception of
Yes.
ult, which I just don't use as much in general.
Yeah, I agree. And that's odd to me because, like, the main way I use Juno primary, other than hit stunning people, is dribbling. So, like, right there, instead of striking at all, I might primary it to the wall and then strike it along the side. Or I'd primary Rennequaid and then strike to myself.
Mm-hmm.
But that way, Rennequaid gets hit stunned. There's a slime on the ground. If he tries to strike through, the slime's going to win. It's going to go back to me, and I'm going to be able to force it.
Yeah.
Like, Juno's primary is quite good on defense. Also very good on offense, but just don't forget, you
Yeah.
can use it defensively. You can also use it just to give yourself a second strike to make dribbles that otherwise are impossible possible,
Mm-hmm.
which is the best use of most primaries in the game. Holy shit. Sorry, my friend just sent me... First of all, his family dog died this
Oh.
week. And today, his backyard lit on fire.
Oh shit.
I gotta watch this video real quick.